Good morning. We're doing a rewatch of yesterday's dropping of the ball, is I think what we'll call it. I'm here. We've got Adam next to me, making a guest appearance, along with Sophie the dog. So just know that we have guests with us today, but we're going to watch and see what happens. I was watching Larry's build-up. He does it just so differently than I do. It's weird to watch, and I mean, it's fine. It's cool, but we just play differently. So, it was funny. Adam and I paused at 15 minutes to check pop numbers, and me, Larry, and Adam were about 30 ahead of everyone. So up your Ville numbers, guys. You can never have too much food and wood.
Especially gold.
Especially gold.
There's never too much gold.
Okay, so we are, like I said, we're at 5 minutes now. We see that Larry's still adding stuff, but he's at 60, 60, and 60. So he's 666. Of course, he's the beast. We look at Larry, then let's check out Austin. Austin had some interesting things. He was at 40 and 10 earlier. Holy cow, and now he's at 105. He swung the other way. I don't know what he did, but he was at 40 food and 10 wood earlier, and now he's at 105 wood and 50 food. So he just did a full tilt. That's interesting.
Nice pivot.
Holy cow, Austin. Going crazy on the wood right now. I don't know what he wants with that much wood. But, alright, let's see here. Jake McKean is at 35, 20, and 13, so he's still kind of getting going. And then Chase McCormies is at 40, 35, and 24. So, he's about ready for Treaty Drop. When we look at the other side, we have myself. I'm at 54, 60, and 33. Definitely, and you can see I'm doing some more trade, but I'm the Goths. I needed more food is what I really should have done. But resources weren't my issue this game. Alex is at 35, 25, and 35. So definitely could still get going, but he's getting there. Jono's at 33, 21, and 6, so also getting there still. And Adam at 3 minutes before Treaty Drop is at 50, 55, and 61. So comparable across the boards. We're going to pick up speed a little bit. We see that, and this is huge this game, Austin does a massive wall off. This is absolutely bonkers wall off. Huge. And that's going to play a huge role in this game. We see Jake is building forward castles. We see that Larry's got his forward military. The wall off between him and Adam is right here. We see kind of a floodgate situation where he's got 3 different walls versus 1 big wall. And on the other side, Alex is walling off and prepping. He's the Britons. Treaty ends in 20 seconds, so let's see what happens with this side. Larry looks like he's ready to go. I always find this interesting. I build a big wall and then I just delete it. It's like, if you're gonna not use it, then don't use it, Build a back wall and see what happens. But I guess you're just being prepared, I guess is what it is, but I don't know. I kept having Alex delete his gates because he was wanting to use them. So they're not ready for us at all over here. And we show up with a force. Austin's still getting ready. This is such a pretty big area to use. We see that I'm going to just try and rush in over here. And so I go in and hit Larry immediately. I'm going to actually put it on. We're going to put it on Jake because I think I hit Jake the most early on. I just want to see what happens. So we hit Larry's gold initially, which can't be good. And we see that Austin's just fighting for his life to do stuff. Larry does a full pivot with a bunch of onagers, which means he's scared. That means he's nervous about this. I go in, I hit Jake. On the other side, we're up here, still taking out this. On the other side, I don't know what Adam and them are doing, because Larry has done a full pivot. But, okay, well, Larry's doing this. So we see that I'm back in the trade, but you see Larry's back here as well. Turn on military units. So I'm over here hitting these, but it's not lasting a ton of time. But that's kind of the first push. We look on the other side. We see that Alex is just holding this front really well. I don't know. Guys, your team is losing, and you're letting people just sit here. Why do people do this? It drives me insane when your team is literally just choking to death, and you keep a bunch of troops. It happened a ton in game 2. It's like, move your troops forward. Every single troop counts. Get them to the front. I don't know why we just let stuff sit in the back. It drives me insane. So there's that. So now Larry's got a dominant head wall over here. And I'm moving forward. We've taken out multiple castles at this point, and we're taking out more of them. Chase is trying to build some stuff. And at this point, we've established some dominance. We see that Jake is building from the back end now. And again, letting them sit while we wreck your partner. This could totally be helping up here, but instead your dude is losing. So it's at least how I play the game. It's kind of an all offense, I guess. Because in the same breath, you know, you can give up that dream, I guess. So, all right, Jake's at 20 and 27, seems to be pretty happy at it. What's going on with Larry? Let's look at what's going on with his civ. Larry's a pop cap, and he's building a bunch of trade. He's up in his gold, big time. Meanwhile, he's fighting. Adam and Larry are fighting tooth and nail. We see Larry just going nuts over here, totally winning stuff. We see I've kind of shown up and trying to get into the gate over here. We're wrecking all of these military buildings. And on the other side, Larry is a force. Siege onagers, man. You can't beat him. And I don't know where Adam is right now, but he's not throwing. Okay, here comes the troops. So I think he's splitting those troops. Okay, and yeah, that's a split formation, is what that's got to be. And Larry's getting into Jono at this point. We got a bunch of castles back here. Holy cow! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 castles. Weird. On the other side, we're fighting tooth and nail. We've kind of knocked these guys out of here. And it's just a fight to get in. So it kind of paused. Oh, so I got through somewhere. But I went and I hit Austin. We're in Austin. Still wrecking this end. Problem is I don't know that trade is actually down here. I'm thinking that I'm in the trade, but it's a false trade. You monsters. But it is what it is. The other side, Larry's going crazy. We see that, you know, we're getting in. Well, that's not doing anything. Meanwhile, Larry is holding on for dear life over here, as Jono and Adam seem to be holding a pretty solid front. Although, you know, this is bad. Over here, Chase is now sending everything he can. The gate is down. And so, am I going to go in, or am I going to just chill here and play with my dick? It looks like we're just going to chill and play. Okay. Meanwhile, over here, the fight continues for this spot. Oh yeah, I had my rally point right here because we were going to cut through this corner. Alex with the Rams can take out that castle. I don't know why my guys are still chilling out that. They need to be over here. Okay, so here they come. Meanwhile, over here, kind of in the same spot, they So we see that Adam has thrown in some bombard cannons that have taken out that castle, which is big. And on the other side, we're plunging. And this time, I've thrown a bunch of troops into... We're hitting Larry is who we're hitting. Let's see what's going on here. So, oh, this is Larry. So Larry's down the... Okay, so barely even doing anything. But it is doing something.
But not enough.
But not enough. Okay, we see Austin is showing up with hussars and a couple of paladin, kind of mixing troops there. You see, I've got just a bunch of military back in here, absolutely hitting Jake. Jake's down to nothing. But part of that is he's clicked his button. Yeah. But wrecking Jake. Should have wrecked Larry harder.
Yeah.
That's okay. On the other side, Larry's starting to fall. We're in like Flynn right now. I think that these hand cannoneers are actually really huge this game because they definitely slow me down.
Yeah.
We see Austin's
They're really
like,
good against
we gotta do something. We gotta do anything. So they're holding right here. Chase is doing his best to hold. It looks like they've kind of cleared me out at this point. Let's look at what's going on with Larry. So Larry's been hit, 11 and 24. So we just wrecked Larry. But unless it's a button issue. But no, that looks like no. That's what it is.
Yeah, the only thing he has is gold.
Larry got wrecked, and yet he's going to be able to rebuild somehow.
He rebuilds so fast.
And Chase does what's actually the game-saving, game-changer. Chase starts just plunging, which pulls everyone from the front. Larry's able to rebuild, and you see he is rebuilding here. Meanwhile, Chase is just absolutely wrecking. Somehow Austin, after getting hit... Well, we need to look at Austin's economy, because I felt like I hit Austin multiple times. But 85 and 32, yeah. So that's a lot of farm. That's a lot of food. So he's able to afford this, which is why we're seeing a lot of food resources. So Austin's just going crazy up here. He's going full monster, and Jake has the unit that cripples me going. Let's see here.
Oh, the hand cannon.
So we see here's Chase trying to get through. Because I believe that we've gotten through at this point. Huh? So there's nothing going on there. Meanwhile, Larry hasn't started doing that yet. So it turned into a little bit of a stalemate. We got Austin, Jake, and Chase versus me and Alex. And it's a little bit of a stalemate. And we see... This was going on all game with me and Alex. You know, we were dealing with gate issues and have a billion dudes just chilling there, playing with our dinghies. I'm just not a gate believer. Well, Chase has a bunch of trees. He's gonna send them in right now. Where are they gonna go through at? Their gate? No. Maybe he's probably saying, hey, put a hole in there so I can get my troops through. Meanwhile, Austin and Jake have essentially pushed us out. Well, we see that I just tried to bypass them, and it's not doing anything for me. Okay, so putting in a gate. Chase is doing it again. And these are pretty plunges. Says he's a one-trick pony, but he's a one-trick monster in my book. Just running and running and running. right into our trade. Also, I'd just like to point out how gross our trade was. It was from here through all of that crap along this edge here to that. Like, that's super short. And now Chase is in my base. This is not a pretty trade by any stretch. Should have moved traded down here. Either way, it is what it is. And now Chase is getting... He targets my troops. Let's see if he's hit me. Because eventually it's like, oh, I'm dead. So, yeah, but I clicked my button right now, so that doesn't count. Building tons of troops and letting them die. Because that's what we do. And Alex is like, we're going to get through this. Shoot her! Shoot her! Okay, so Chase is doing another plunge with a bunch of troops. We got Adam, he's got troops here. We got troops there. Larry is now cut through. Kaput. So he just went like that. Kaput and in. So Larry gets in and just wrecks Jono. Absolutely wrecks him. Man, that's just bad. So I put a bunch of troops there. I bet they die. I bet they die really fast. Yep. Oy. So now Adam is split. We've now split Adam. Chase is in the front. I don't know what these guys are doing. I hate taking around. And we're trying to just throw troops at the front. And Alex is like, I'm going to cut in if it's the last thing I do.
Hey guys.
So, morning, Chad.
What are you chewing on, girl?
So, we're pushing forward up in here, which is, you know, pretty.
Oh, guys.
So, well, there goes Patty's collar.
How'd she even get the Patty's collar? Well, I'm assuming she
Found it.
well, or bit it off. She chews off.
That's okay, we'll take it.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I don't care. This is Nicole's collar. She doesn't care about it. So, either way.
Well, let's just say it's not the first collar to go.
So, anyway, sorry about that. I paused it for a second to get back in here. So, Chase is doing another plunge. And this is really because, you know, we keep gaining control over here. Like, we've kind of gained control over there. And you see that Alex punched through and we got a little bit back in, but not enough. But Austin just re-walls and then builds another hole. Because he's like, I'm sick and tired of losing these fights. So, that's going on. But Chase is going to plunge again. And I'm down to 10 dudes over here. So Chase is just slowly sniping what he's doing with his cavalry. But, man, he's able to just scatter them like a shotgun. It's crazy. He goes back here, does the same thing to Adam. Just absolutely wrecks
Everything I hold dear.
everything that we hold dear and true. And Austin's put in another gate over here. Or, no, he put in a different castle with it. So, we see that they're now flexing on that side. I'm down to 10 and 25 because Chase has just wrecked my base. With another plunge. Larry continues his juggernaut wall that is just impossible to stop. And at this point, the game's essentially over. Because we're not coming back from this at this point. He's wrecked me. Let's look at what's going on with Adam. I bet it's comparable. No, Adam's still intact. Oh, thanks a lot, Chase, you jerk. So you hit your cousin, but you don't hit the guy that you're fighting?
He loved you, Tanner.
I know. You kept going at me, you jerk. Go against the guy you're fighting. I didn't do anything to you. I left you alone like a good cousin. Yeah, he did. He targeted me again. What a monster. Wow, Chase. I'm sorry. I didn't even feel that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Adam's completely intact right now. We're also dealing with trade issues. And everything's dead. So, yeah, I'm down to 7 villagers at this point. Is that, yeah. I mean, I got some villagers in castle places, but I'm dead. Because Chase is a monster. Luckily, I've got resources because Alex gave me a bunch. But you can see my pop's down to 130. So now they're full in over here and not doing anything over there. Austin's got a bunch of troops, and so does Adam over here. Adam's doing the onager thing, trying to fight him. And here comes Chase again. Doing it again.
Oh, man.
Man, that's frustrating. So, this is the game. I got a bunch of idle villagers, but it is what it is. Chase, you monster. Let's see where Chase goes this time.
Probably to you.
I bet he goes to, yeah, I bet he goes to me. Seems to like, well, he's in my base already. And he stops in my base. That piece of crap. Chase McCormies. So now he's looking at destroying a thing. Yeah, we're just done. So Jono quits. And that was the game.
Rage.
Ugh. So we got super in over here on multiple occasions, but didn't make a difference. They rebuilt over here, and that just was annoying. So, GG guys. When we look at the stats, I'm just angry about that. Felt like we had that game. What's the military? Larry killed the most. John lost the least. Here, you know, I'm feeling pretty good about that KD as the Goths. I feel like that was pretty freaking good. Just me and Alex just couldn't maintain, and we couldn't keep Chase out. Larry with the most gold, Austin with the most food. Obviously, it was ridiculous how much food he had. Adam with the most wood and stone. As far as technology goes, Larry was speedy quick. And Larry with the 8 castles as well. I think that me and Alex and Chase were the only ones that, oh, and Jake, I guess, went after relics. So not everyone went after relics that game. Crazy. So this isn't our hour-long rematch, but you know, it was a crazy game. Y'all should be very proud of yourself.
Except for Larry.
Except for Larry.
He deserves to cry for the children he slaughtered.
F you, Larry. Actually, F you, Chase. I'm mad at you right now. Ugh. Go and target someone else.